Hello YouTubes, it's this guy, this mean mug again. Jacob has asked me to, well, make a video for you guys because apparently my life's interesting. So I'll give you a little update on how a guy's doing and what all the plans I have for the summer and, well, what's left of the summer at least. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I spun a rod bearing on the old small block Chevy. There's parts right there, but I spun a rod bearing at the track because the engine builder slash driver slash me decided oil wasn't important, and I kind of, didn't put any in it, and it ran low on oil, and it spun a bearing. So that's good. Nope, that was expensive. But I'm not sure if you see behind me here. What do you do when you spin a bearing in your 33 stroke or small block? You buy a blower off Marketplace. I found this bad John for $2,100 or something like that, right around. Had to go drive after work to go get it. It's a GMC blower retrofitted for gas. It's a 671 model. It came with everything you see here except for these carbs. The Chinese, Earl's fuel line, that's definitely not Chinese, and his bug catcher. It comes with a Y and intake manifold, all the belt drives. I have the lower pulley and stuff. Came with the carb adapters and everything. And this is the carb off of the car originally, a 750 double pumper. This is an old 950 we had laying around. And since I'm too cheap to buy blower carbs, I'm going to put a 950 on the back and a 750 on the front, because that makes sense. I don't think anyone's ever done that before, but I am what you call a cheapskate. So, yeah, we're going to try to build a blown motor on a budget, which is never, those two words never, ever go together. To do this, I have ordered so many parts that I'm starting to lose track of them. Small block Chevy short water pump. We're going to reuse the old cam because none of the lifters are junk, and the cam hasn't ground its own base circle yet and its own grind number, so it's still the factory, specs and doodads. We got oil pumps, we got alternator brackets, we got rods in here. I got the small block Chevy, and these are, I just got done putting 5 of these ring sets on. Gap to 28 thousandths on the top ring, 30 thousandths on the bottom ring for boost. These are forged Wiseco dish pistons with these head gaskets, MLS head gaskets, which are very thick. Like, these things are thick, so I'm probably going to run into valve train geometry issues. There's a part number for that if anyone wants to blow out head gaskets. You got that. The fixed oiling issue, instead of blaming myself for running it low on oil, I picked up this fine unit, Wyand GP oil pan with baffling and trace stuff. We got crank pin kits, break-in oil pumps, harmonic balancers, you name it, there's just stuff everywhere. Way too much money, all to just run, like, I don't know, a 13-second quarter mile and be slower, but will look cool at least. So I just realized you guys don't really get to see much of my life. Most of my life is just down at the college town, so I can give you a little tour around here real quick. This is my old man's shop here. Obviously I spend too much money on stupid stuff to actually afford a shop, so I'm based out of my dad's shop. I mean, this is it. It's pretty humble. It's a three car bay. You think we got stuff? Oh, we got stuff. Argo 6x6, Chinese side-by-side, which is done really good. I'm not sure if anyone's shown you this, but I picked up this weed eater from Jared. If you see him in the videos, or should I say vidges. I picked this up from his dad for free. I had a bad bearing right here. I just did the right thing, and I took the bearing out. I chucked it into a drill, sprayed a whole bunch of lube and mystery oils and all that good stuff in there, and spun it to 10,000 RPM, and it clears itself. So now it works, and that's what we use for this thing. Anyway, I need to stop rambling. These are our shelves. As you can see, we got all these parts, small block Chevy stuff. These are the valve covers that are going on. If anyone knows, those are pretty cool. Mickey Thompson fin valve covers. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here I could ramble on forever for. That's a whole new story. I won't even get into that. This is my dad's bolt. It's a 24-foot one, and it's been sitting in here since I started college. Because, oof, me, what happened here? Oh boy, I ain't good for her. If you don't know this about boats, they're not supposed to have holes in them, because floating stuff. Yeah, so that's another project. Oh, speaking of projects, what do you do when you're in college, already can't pay for college, let alone, and you're buying race parts, and you're only working 60 hours a week for 20 some odd dollars an hour? You buy another project. I picked this up from Gabe's. I'm not sure if you remember Gabe from the videos. I just call him the circle track guy. This is a 73 Buick Riviera Stage 1. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's a beaut. I picked this up from him because I needed yet another project. This is the interior. It's dirtier than a $35 hotel, but you know, we'll clean her up. Everything's electric. Everything works-ish. Pretty clean. I mean, look at that. There's not much rust in here at all. Body is straight as an arrow. An old arrow, but it works. That's the big part. Look at the boat tail. Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is the old girl. She's a rig. Other projects. It's my dad's 02 Ford 7.3 Power Stroke. He's trying to haul cars with that 50-foot wedge car trailer. He's done pretty good for himself for what it is. It's on a 6-inch lift, 35s, pretty basic stuff, but it's a pretty cool rig. That is my dad's, again, 1984 International 9670. Big cam 350 Cummins, 13-speed Eaton trans, 410 rear gears. Yeah, she's a unit. I love this thing. I love to drive it. And why do we own it? Couldn't tell you. I mean, look at it. I mean, can't get much cooler than that, eh? So that's another project. But anyway, I'm gonna stop showing my dad's stuff because he is way cooler than I am. This is, you know, the old Trans Am. He's been sitting out in the rain forever. Yeah, motor's plucked. There's that turbo 400 in there that I need to redo. I got a new torque converter for it and stuff. I got drop fluids out of it and stuff. I also picked up this hood on the old face base for like 70 bucks. I don't know. I'm just gonna cut a massive hole in it, so I wasn't too picky on what I needed. There's the killer itself right there. Not much has changed in here. It's just full of junk. Yeah, I got a new gauge pillar thing here, and I'm gonna move the tack to the middle of the dash, so you know, all these gauges that are just spread around haywire everywhere, you know, and don't look at that wiring. We're gonna fix that too. But let me show you this over here. This is the better side because it's got where all the parts are. Yeah, I got this gauge pillar thingy. I don't know. It's from Autometer. It's for this car, apparently. That's all I can tell you. This is a new gem. Turbo 400 torque converter, 3500 stall. They say don't run it with over 500 horse or a blower, so perfect. AN line and all that junk and carb stuff, and yeah, there's just stuff everywhere in here. I apologize for the mess, but you know, I don't want to know the old man shop up with any more junk of mine, so I put it in my car. The future plans for this is I got a steering box, a manual S10 steering box coming in soon, so we can get rid of that. I got a new Mallory, well, newish, Mallory 685 ignition box, which is sitting in the rain, which is perfect. I got this bag that's got 14 holes in it to make it not waterproof. And that's going to let us have boost retard, start retard, rev limiters, all sorts of cool stuff with the distributor I got in here. But this just needs an overall cleanup because this is just horrific. Like, I mean, look at this. Lots of years of just not caring has taken a toll on the old girl. So we're going to clean all this up whenever it's not, you know, raining like crazy. But anyway, back to our scheduled program. Oh, forgot to mention moped. Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys remember this bad unit? Yep, she's here. She's still in one piece. Well, I say one piece. Oh, just ignore that. That's good wiring. But anyway, let me show you what we're getting done so far on this rig. The crank got pretty scored up on the rod journals and the main journals, so I had to send it out to West Michigan Performance down in right around Howard City area to get redone. I got turned 1010 bearings. I got new main bearings, rod bearings, and cam bearings. Yes, I'm replacing cam bearings. There's a new leaf for me. I'm telling you, I'm getting better. And yeah, we're gonna throw those in as soon as they get here. It should be here, a couple days, 2 or 3 days. But yeah, this is all the stuff. If you guys want full specs on the motor, I'll leave it up to Jacob if he wants to throw that in the video or not. But he told me to make a bunch of content so we can get that juicy YouTube money. I meant give you guys good quality content. So this is a 78 Chevy 397-0010 block. That's high nickel 4-bolt main, 350 Chevy truck block for anyone who doesn't know. I'm sure a lot of old heads have already clicked off this video because they've already heard me butcher about 4 things. But she's 30'd over, been line honed, all that stuff. And then some of the cylinders didn't look all that great, so I did the good thing of using a hone from 1985 to clean up these cylinders. Some of them didn't look all that great, some of them look better than others, so that's always good. If I had a light, I'd show you these grody cam bearings that I would probably run, but I figured I'd do it good. I'd do it service. You know, I'm getting a little tired of butchering things together. It's going to be around 8.5 to 1 compression, fully forged bottom end, forged rods. Forged, this will make everyone happy, I-beam rods. Yeah, not H-beams, I-beams. These are good for like, I don't know, 270 horse and like 6,000 RPM. So we're going to stick them on a blower motor that's going to make 280 horse, but look good. So that's the point. I'm trying my best to keep all the records and everything in here. This is my book. I mean, look, I got a whole bunch of stuff here. There's a lot of junk here. I mean, look, 821. I was an exuberant young kid. I still am. Well, I'm less exuberant now. I'm just, you know, lazy. Why would that be? Anyway, I got really good oiling stuff. Like I said, oil pan with the pickup tube and all that stuff should be good. We got a brand new SFI rated balancer since I was running an old crappy stock Pioneer 1 for a while. I got this crank pin kit so I could pin the crank up a little bit so we don't at least shear the, you know, keyways off the crank. These are Dart heads. I know they don't look like it. They look like old crappy heads, but I promise you these are Dart 200 SHP heads. 202 intake, 1.6 exhaust, 200 cc intake runner, and I think like 67 something cc exhaust runners. I don't know, it's been so long. 64 cc chambers, which since I'm cheap and I didn't want to buy a new set of heads, and I'm cheap, you get the theme here. Cutting corners where I really shouldn't be cutting corners. This motor should be at 8.5 to 1 with those thick head gaskets that are basically shims that are gonna blow out. Solid flat tappet. I know it's 555 lift at 262 degrees duration. That's not advertised. That's at 50 thousandths. Yes, 262 degrees duration. Suck on that, LS guys. Yeah, it's pretty much basic stuff. Wiseco. I'm out here filing piston rings and stuff. Like I said, I got the top ring 28 thousandths, bottom ring at 30 thousandths, which is good according to this chart. Medium boost, 15 pounds to 30 pounds. If that old whipped out tire blower ever sees anywhere near 30, heck, anywhere near 15 pounds, I either got a lot of fireball in me or something has gone wrong. Like the car is like 200 horse and I turn it up. But these are comp cams, 1.5 full roller rockers. Don't worry, I clearanced them. Probably a big no-no, but because, you know, powertrain geometry, I was too cheap to buy push rods, so I just clearanced all of these. Everything's labeled-ish. It's a milling high volume oil pump. This is the one that was on the motor when it blew up, so I'm going to get rid of that. Actually, we'll just actively. Ooh, I need that bolt. Yep, need that bolt. Just go throw this away. Actually, you can reuse these pumps, but I really don't want to deal with that. But yeah, this is the setup. Now I just got to do a bunch of work. I got to get these rings set. So hopefully I'll have this motor together by like, I don't know, Saturday. But I'm working midnight shift at a rock quarry, so when I'm not sleeping, there ain't much time for anything else. But you know, I do with what I got. And of course, we're gonna paint this small block chibi orange. Small block chibi. The small block chibi. But yeah, and you'll also see more Buick Riviera content. I mean, the boys have to have a way to get to the bar, so that's gonna be there for. Yeah, it's a pretty cool rig. Yeah, this is it. Any more specs on the blower? I could tell you guys. It was cheap. It's worn out. It's non-Teflon stripped. It's got the aluminum studs on it. It's got all the throttle linkage and stuff. It's just in a box on the other garage. I picked up this bug catcher. And the idea for this build is kind of an homage to the 70s, where times were greater, people were skinny, and gas was cheap and high octane. Call me an old head, but that sounds like a good time to me. So this is just going to be an homage, I don't know, to the old timers of, you know, yesterday's time. We got a set of blackjack headers. No one will know what those are except for old guys. They were a set of white headers that you could buy back in the day. They are absolutely garbage, but everyone had them. We got yellow spark plug wires. We're gonna go full 70s on this. You know, we got the blower, Mickey Thompson fin valve covers, like I already told you. And yeah, this is gonna be a full out 1978 small block Chevy build. We're hoping. It should sound really good at idle. That cam has got 110 degrees of lobe separation, so when we're with that blower, she should blower surge pretty bad, which a lot of people, that's another 50-50 thing. People like it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Some people call you a poser. Some people say you don't, but you know, I'm in the shop, 20 years old. I'm in the shop late on weekends and stuff, putting it together. So if you want to call me a poser, go right ahead. I'm living my best life. So yeah, I think that is gonna be it for this part. I guess I could show you guys how I gap piston rings, and I'm not sure if Jacob wants me to do a how-to on how to build a small block, or let me rephrase, how not to build a small block on a budget with no tools, no specialty tools. I should probably stop rambling and start working. But yeah, this little small block should be able to pop a Coke can, you know. And I have evidence. She ain't no 305 come alive. She's gonna be mint. So I'm gonna, like I say, hope you guys enjoyed watching. This is a little bit of my life. If anyone ever took any care or interest, if you do, please find a hobby. But yeah, this is what I do. This is me. This is me every day. I don't do much else until I go back down to college. So, I hope you guys have a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed this little rant vlog thingy. Oh, I don't know. I'm not very good at this. I'm not very good at this. This is the first time I've ever done a video by myself. So, excuse my rough edges, but got to give the people what they want. And when you can't give the people what they want, you build POS motors. So, all right. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe so we can afford this. Maybe I won't be in $100 million worth of debt because I refuse to adult and save money. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.